And we're live. All right. So sorry for the late delay on this video. We had a 2-hour delay schedule, so I couldn't get to the video until later. All right. So let's go over what we're doing today. We go to weekly agenda. We scroll down. We're seeing that we're doing a new thing about location and hemispheres. So you see here on Wednesdays we're working on that one. So we'll get to that in just a second. Let's go over bell work. So we click on bell work. Here are the words and definitions for you. Okay. Now let's go over must-haves and examples kind of all together. I don't know if I went over it last video, so let's just make sure I cover it today. All right, so population map. All right, I have it Google right here. We're looking at a population map. How would we kind of describe that must-have on it? So is it colorful? Is it not colorful? If we're looking at other population maps, they kind of are colorful. So they can be colorful. They don't have to be. All right. One thing you notice about all of them, they have something here kind of telling us about stuff. What do we call that where it gives us the answers? What? I hear in the background? Yes, you are right. It is a key. Okay, so they all have a key. So they can be colorful. They all have a key. Sometimes they're scattered. If you look at here, they're not really like spaced out really well. It's kind of scattered there. All right. So that would be the must-have. So let's go through examples of them now. We're going to use what we learned last week where we talked about physical and political maps, where we just kind of like said whatever the map was called. So if we were to do this one and give it a title, it's the population map of the United States. So could I put down population map of the United States for my example? Yes. Yes, you may. All right, so you can do that one. We have population map of the world. We have other ones out here. Most likely looks like, there we go, population map of India there. All right, so you can do any of those three that work for population map. All right, let's go with elevation map now. Elevation maps. If we look at elevation map, what kind of color? Is it very colorful? Is it not very colorful? Is it like a physical map where it's just kind of a blip? Or is it a more colorful map? Some of these are pretty colorful, as you see here. So they have pretty decent color to them. Now, not all of them have it, but you could also put down a key. This one has a key here, so it's telling you the different elevations based off of the color. Same thing here on the side, it has a key too as well. This one, same thing, so a key. So once again, is it colorful? Is it not? Does it have a key? Does it should have a key? Most maps should have a key, so that's what I would go with my must-haves. Just like we just did with the population map, this is an elevation map of the United States. So could I put an elevation map of the United States for my example? Yes. Yes, you can. And then same thing as you just did, you can go through it. So here's an elevation map of the world. Let's see if we can find, here's an elevation map of Europe. So not India, Europe. Here's an even better one, the elevation map of Indiana. So you see here all the different elevations. We're like way up in there. All right. So could you put any of those down? Yes, yes, you can. Historical maps. A couple different ways we could do this. So we type in historical maps. Look at the images here. Are they colorful? Are they not colorful? What do they look like? To me, they look very confusing because can you tell that's Earth? Kind of. Here's North America and America, but it's very hard to tell. Here's Boston. If we zoom in on it, let's see if I can scroll back down. And zoom in. Is it easy to read that? Probably not. Once you have a big copy of it and have to zoom in, it's hard to see actual Boston. You see the roads here, all these little things are houses. So this is early on Boston, way back when. So it's easy to read if you had a big one, but it's pretty hard to read if you're just looking at different maps compared to all the maps we were just looking at. These are hard to read. So historical maps are kind of hard to read. They don't have to be colorful. They seem to have a lot of lines and stuff on them. So if you see on this one, a lot of lines, okay, this one lines on there too. They seem to always add more lines than needed. All right. Now, let's go for examples. So this is a town of Boston historical map. So could we put down a historical map of Boston? Yes. Yes, you can. This is an historical map of the world. This is what they thought the world used to look like back in the day. Here's a map of Europe. Here's a map of a bird that looks like America. Okay, so this person put a bird in America as a symbolism. So it's like the bald eagle there. You have another one here. This is Kendallville. Look at that historical map of Kendallville. Okay, water looks like Waterloo and Garrett. So there's Waterloo and there's Garrett. So this is what our town used to look like back in the day. Okay, you can actually buy it for 40 bucks. So it's 1876 map of Kendallville. So could you put down a historical map of Kendallville? Yeah. Okay, could you use historical map of Waterloo? Yeah. So those would be good examples. Looking at must-haves again, kind of hard to read, not very colorful. All right. Compass rose. You would describe what a compass rose is. So compass rose. What does it look like? Mostly a star and a circle. Yeah, Okay, examples. There's not many examples of a compass rose, so I would just put down north, east, south, and west. So the cardinal directions they give you. All right, so that covers all the bellwork stuff. So let me close out of those for you. So let's go ahead and get to location and hemispheres. It looks like this. You're going to be using bellwork to help you answer these. So if you actually go back to my bellwork, you should be able to answer some of these if you need it. If you don't, then just answer them. So the red line here, what are these red lines called? They go across, they look flat, they run like parallel with the equator. So what is that one? Then what's the green line dot? So what's that? What is that special line right here called? Then the exact opposite, what are these blue lines called? What's that special orange line called? Then we go down. Now on this one, people are getting a little mixed up on it. So what you're going to do is look at the outline. So this red outline here. All right, this covers all this area. I wish I could draw, but I can't on here. So this is all the area here. What hemisphere is that? The yellow is this one. All right, so what hemisphere is that one? The purple is this top one. What hemisphere is up here? And then lastly, the blue is here. So what hemispheres I'm looking for. All right. Then the last one. This is what I'm going to quiz you on. You do have a test on Friday. You can take it at home on your computer and all that. So we'll be good. Rio de Janeiro. So we look at Rio. We see that it's closer to which of these two lines? We always do these lines first, these lines second. So we look, we see it's close to this line. We see it's about 20 degrees. Now we need to know directions. We see it's close south, so 20 degrees south. We don't know exactly what it is, but we know it's close to 20 degrees south. Then we look at these two lines. All right, we see it's closer to this line. We go all the way down. It's close to 40 degrees west. Click on here. We're looking for something in around 20 degrees south and 40 degrees west. Ooh, 20 degrees. Oh, that's north. Okay, 31. Okay, but not 40 degrees east or west. Okay, 20 degrees south, 43 degrees west. Okay, that's close to what we were looking. Boom, there we go. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that for all the rest of those. For these ones, I give you the coordinates. Now you got to tell me what city is nearby. So you look at the different cities here. So we're looking for 39 degrees north, 116 east. So we go up, we try to find 39 degrees north. Well, we can't find it here, but 39 is next to 40. So we know it's going to be near this line. We just don't know which of these three cities it's going to be. We come down, 116 east. So we're going to be on the east side. So we look here, east. So we're going to be on this side. So we know it's not Chicago. And it's 100. So it's going to be closer here. So what line is close to 40 near 116? Oh, right there. So we scroll down. And we click the answer. And then you do the same for the rest of those. All right. When you are done, you can turn this in to me for tomorrow. Tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to work on that for any kid who did not get done because of the 2-hour delay schedule. We're going to work on that, make sure people understand how to define the location because it is part of your test that's coming up on Friday. Also, we're going to play a Quizlet. We're basically going to take this study guide here and we're just going to play Quizlet live as a class and do some competition so we're ready to go for our test. So make sure you guys are studying that. Make sure you're understanding the different terms. There are 20 terms on here. So make sure you understand all these different things here. All right, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. All right, and I'll have another video tomorrow going over that as well. If you have any questions, you can always Teams me. Once again, just come up to Teams, type in my name up there, and you should be able to do it. You can also do it in the class chat. Now, if you do it in the class chat, everyone's going to see it. If you don't want that, just type in my name up there and find it. As you see the people I've chatted with already trying to figure out Teams, you can then do the same as well. So I have Teams up. You can always do that, or you can email me. Getting all that work turned in. If the things are not working, so if you want to turn in the types of maps and you come to it, and for you, it should look something like that. So it says, oh no, I can't turn it in. Please email it to me. All right, so if you have any questions, email it. If you have any work you want to get in, just email it to me if you don't want to go through campus. All right, I'll accept email stuff. So email me work, ask me questions about work if you have it. Let me know what's going on. Hopefully you guys are having a good one out there. Hopefully it's not too bad and you guys are actually keeping safe. All right, have a good one. See you guys tomorrow or whenever you guys come back.